Imagine a social network built for you, not for profit. Imogen Network puts control back in your hands, combining AI-driven personalization with blockchain-backed ownership. Your data, your content, your rules. Create stunning content, build genuine connections, and monetize your work, all in a decentralized, transparent platform where privacy is prioritized. Ready to experience social networking reimagined? Join Imogen.network today and take control of your digital world. Imogen Network, empowering connections, redefining ownership.
All right, let's get it. You guys seen our advertisement prior to me coming live in your face, live and direct. You yourself, though, you can be a sponsor. That's right. You can get your brand right before each video that we do on the channel. Find out how by emailing me right now, ogod@hiphopun.com. That's ogod at hiphopun.com. Hit me up. Let's work. Rates are affordable. You get your brand, your service, your business, your song in front of hundreds of thousands of people for a very, very, very affordable rate. Email me right now. Do not wait. All right, I want to talk about the latest development going on with Jay-Z, his alleged son, and the godmother of Jay-Z's alleged son, Miss Coley. And Rymir, as you know, has been going after Jay-Z for some years, upward of about 11 years now. We had him on the channel 2, maybe 3 times. We had Dr. Coley on the channel as well. But a new report came out yesterday, actually, from allhiphop.com. Now, this comes by way of Grouchy Greg Williams, federal judge in California, right? A California court reportedly denied an emergency restraining order request by Rymir's godmother, Dr. Coley, on Friday. Actually, that was last week, October the 24th. Now, this means that the Roc Nation mogul, Jay-Z, right, will be able to pursue sanctions over the claim, which he has fervently and vehemently denied in the past. In fact, he called the decades-long harassment per court documents. Now, District Judge Garnett did not agree with Coley's argument that the sanctions efforts are retaliatory. Now, I was like, what the hell does this mean? Because I'm no lawyer. What is Jay-Z actually trying to do? So I went over to my friend and I had to ask him a question real quick, right? And here's what people commonly do in these type of cases, right? Sanctions are penalties or punishments ordered by the court when a party or their lawyer does something in a proper in a way to follow, argue, or maintain these claims, the allegations, or demands in the case. So it goes on to say common sanctions that lead to these, or common situations that actually lead to these sanctions. A judge may issue sanctions if a person or attorney files false or misleading claims, knowingly brings frivolous claims, not legal or factual, uses the court process to harass or delay the other side, refuses to allow or follow the court orders related to claims or discovery. And I think, in this particular case, Jay-Z is pretty much claiming that she's probably in heat. They're doing all of the above. He's saying, like, look, I'm not taking the test. You can't force me to take the test. And it's been years where many judges said I didn't have to take the test. So why do you keep bringing me to court? Why do you keep trying your hardest to try to, get me to take the test? Now, I'll be honest. I was with Rymir, and I'm still with Rymir, finding out who his father is. But once the money came into it, once he started looking for the bread before actually knowing that he's your father, that threw me off. That made me believe that it was potentially a money grab and that she was looking for money. It's one thing to want to know who your father is. Cool. I agree. However, you talk about money for pain and suffering and things you went through, and you came on, you tried to accuse Jay-Z of coming after you, sending in people at you where there's no factual basis to that we know of. And if that was the case, like I said, go to the police. Let the police investigate if you feel like Jay-Z sent them shooters at you. Right? So that got me. That you know, and I do want him to find out who his father is. However, I look at it from both sides. I see it from the other side as well. A guy like Jay, like, yo, I'm Jay-Z, right? I'm a regular human being, but I'm kind of a mogul over here. I'm a big deal. Why should I be subjected to take a test of a grown ass man who's claiming that I'm his father when I'm claiming I never touched his mom? I don't know his mom, and that's not my son. As much as people want to say, oh, just take the test, oh, just take the test, easier said than done. My thing is, if it were me and I was in Jay-Z's shoes, I wouldn't take the test. Now, if it's just me now and somebody came up, I would take the test. Two different things. You can't force someone to do something. Now, they did go to proper venue. They went through the courts. The court agreed that he shouldn't have to take the test, but instead of them falling back, they keep fighting. They keep fighting. They keep fighting, which is cool. And then you ask for money. Once you ask for the money, it's like, all right, money for what? Now, if it's determined somehow you find out that he is your father, that's a different story. Do what y'all do, but you don't know. Another thing that I brought up, and we asked them when they came on the channel, because we did the shit thoroughly. I said, what happened to it? Y'all didn't never do like a DNA test or anything like that? A DNA to at least get close to it. Like maybe you are a, cousin of Jay-Z's uncle. I don't know, anything like that. It's so many things that could have been done. So once I seen that, and then I look and I'm following Rymir. I've been following Rymir for years since we interviewed him, and I see the type of shit that he's posting. You sharing shit that Nicki Minaj is going after him. Anybody has anything negative to say about Jay-Z, this man is sharing it, reposting it, retweeting it. I'm like, hold on. All right. Is this a smear campaign now? Because remember, this man is allegedly, supposedly your father. Why are you attacking your father like that? Your so-called father. That's what threw me off. I'm not gonna lie. That shit threw me off. Like, hold on. What's really going on? Now, if Rymir would have just continued to have his fight and continued to try, and no money was involved or anything like that, he wasn't asking for anything, pain and suffering and shit like that, I would have nothing to say about it. That through, because for what? That's like, let's say me or you, we didn't have a father, and we're asking this man to take a test. He ain't taking a test, but we demanded money without even knowing. I know you, man. You got to get what? Think about how crazy that is. You don't know if that's your father, but you're asking this man for money. Think about that for a second. I don't care about how people look. I don't care about man. You can find somebody in Texas that look just like me. You can find somebody in LA that look just like you. I don't care about none of that. DNA is going to tell. Could you imagine that? Think about that for a second. You have no actual factual proof this man is your father, and you're asking him for money, bro. Think about that for a minute, y'all. Just think about it. How does that sound? It sound crazy to me. I'm going to stand on that. And if Rymir, Dr. Coley has my number, if they want to come and confront me and come on the channel and talk, I'm more than welcome to ask them to their face. I'm more than welcome to ask them on an interview. I'm more than eager to do that. Ask them some real tough questions. I get it right now. It might not be a good time because they're going through the whole legal process, but our doors are always open. You can come to the studio as well. The new studio we got going, I'm putting together right now. We can sit down. But that's just my thoughts on that particular situation. I really do hope the young man finds out who his father is.